Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the afternoon. We got a great show to start the week.
Oh, great organization, celebrating a great milestone.
35 years
How
for
amazing.
St. Augustine Youth
Yes.
Services. Yeah, man.
Older than me.
We'll go with that. Yep. We've got Lauren and Schuyler in here in studio. We're going to talk to them in just a couple of minutes. A lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also have your events, your funnies, your horoscopes, all the stuff we regularly bring you.
Isn't that nice?
It is nice. I feel nice.
Oh, good. Oh, wow. Hold on to this.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
I feel good.
That's right. Glad you caught on.
Yeah.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for not leaving me out there on an island.
That's why I'm here.
Mozart Ford Lincoln, they won't leave you without a car or a
That's true.
truck.
Yep.
They're a great dealership. Been more than just a dealership since 1949. They've got a state-of-the-art service facility out there. 91 climate-controlled service space, a quick lane for no appointment needed maintenance. And they got some food on site out there. Ford's Garage, if you're waiting around for anything, just pop into Ford's Garage and have a meal. It'll be done by the time you get out. That's not a guarantee. I mean, I don't know what you got going on with your car, but, you know, if they're replacing the engine, it's not going to be done by the time you get out of Ford's Garage. But Mozart Ford Lincoln, sidetrack. They offer the best in pricing, selection, and service. Just off I-95 at State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. I mean, if anybody could change out an engine while you're eating your lunch, it's Ford, but
absolutely.
I wouldn't bank on it. That's a big job.
Oh, they can get it done.
And the Bailey Group, they can get it done too.
Yes, sir.
Providing custom solutions for happy, healthy employees. Building that perfect plan to attract high-performing and loyal employees is hard, but making sure that plan meets legal, regulatory, and other requirements can be even harder, but not with the Bailey Group. They're going to help you find a customized program just for you, not some off-the-shelf package. Something that's designed for your size, your location, your number of employees, the demographics, your type of business, all that. It's very important to have all that information done right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you get when you hire local, like the folks at the Bailey Group. Finding the right solution depends on having a different perspective that sees the bigger picture as well as those intricate details. And that's where the Bailey Group comes into the picture. They've got the right people, the technology, the experience, and the insights to help you see and do so much more. And they strive to take the headaches out of the process. Let them do that for you. 904-461-1800. All right.
Yes, sir.
Woo! St. Augustine Youth Services. We have got Schuyler Seifker in studio with us and Lauren Peterson. Ladies, how are y'all doing?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Happy to be here always.
Thank y'all for being here. So, congratulations. Wow, 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal. Can you start by sharing a little bit about the mission and the impact that you guys have had over the years?
Yes. So our mission originally started out with providing counseling and caring in a trauma-informed way to our residential kiddos in a family setting. Over the years, we met the needs of the community and the children that we serve, and we added outpatient community services to that mission. So
Upon inception of this, like, did you have this vision that it was a need in our community, or is this something that just was brought to you?
So when we got to move out to our Hudson campus from downtown St. Augustine, we had the ability to grow then because we had more space and more availability. And the school system and the sheriff's department, along with our behavioral health consortium, let us know that there were a lot of kids that were being assessed for Baker Act inpatient state hospitals.
Oh, wow.
And that we needed really folks that were trained to do that. And that's really one of the ways that we really started doing our outpatient work, is providing our mobile crisis team, as well as some targeted case management. So that's really when we got our foot in the door of meeting the needs of the kids where they're at and what our community needed. And so, yeah, that's kind of how that started.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So for people who may not be familiar, what are some of the specific programs and services that SES provides for children and youth in need here in St. Johns County?
So when we first started, we started as a girls group home on Saragossa Street. And again, trying to meet the needs of the community. Our original board of directors were asked to start this program because they had done some other community work. And there was an identified girls needed that service. Unfortunately, we didn't get as many referrals for girls, so we transitioned to boys. And so we provided specialized therapeutic group homes for boys, which is the second highest level of treatment for kids in our state.
Mm.
So through that, over time, we started to evolve and add some programs. We added our pre-independent living program for boys. And then that's when we started our community work. So we started our mobile crisis team, we started our community action team, and we started our coaches program. And all of those provide intensive treatment where the kids are.
Yeah.
So school, home, hospital, wherever they may be.
So Lauren, you've been with the organization for quite some time too. Not obviously for the 35 years, God bless you.
Not quite.
But like looking in on this and being a part of this legendary organization, what does it mean to you as a St. Augustinian?
Yeah, no, what I think I've seen time and time again with SES is this adaptability and just flexibility to meet needs wherever they are. So I'm kind of like what Schuyler is saying, it started with this goal, and when we realized that the need was shifting, it's like, okay, we'll shift with it. I think sometimes it's easy to be like, no, like we're so committed to this mission, like we had, and the mission might be good, but if that's not where the need is, then maybe there is more good to be done. And so that's just been so impressive to see time and time again, is that ability to be flexible and to grow with the need and not and with the mission, but being able to recognize and adapt to that need. So the community teams especially, saying, okay, we've been doing this very specific work for a really long time, but hey, there's this gap, and because I think we're so good at it, we do have the schools and the sheriff's office and people recognize that, and they're the ones who reach out because they're like, hey, SES can figure it out.
Right.
We need help doing this. SES is good at adapting and meeting those needs. I bet they can help us figure this out. And so that's just been really incredible to see that is such a vote of confidence to the work that's being done.
And Schuyler, like that's got to be a part of that board too. I mean, you've been stewarding this great board, and do you tell them that when they go into something like this responsibility that they have to be flexible with whatever the needs are in the community?
So we have been very fortunate that we have an incredible board, and we always have. It's a small board, small but mighty.
I love it,
and we like to keep it that way, just because it's so hands-on, and they really help guide and educate and help us with all of the business end as well as figuring out what we need to do.
Because you have to forecast
forward.
Sustainability too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people forget. Even though you're a nonprofit, you're still a business. You still have to keep the doors open. You still have to do all the things that a traditional business would do. You just do it with a different mission and purpose. So one of the things that Lauren touched upon is the flexibility and the changes and things like that. But one thing that our board has always been committed to do is that we keep with our initial goal, and that is to provide behavioral health. That's our niche, and to kids. Of course, we have to serve their families as well when we have the ability to work with a family. But truly, behavioral health for children, that's our thing.
Love that.
So 35 years of impact. What are some of the most memorable kind of success stories or moments that kind of stand out to each of y'all?
Well, so when I first kind of started at the group home, we had this kiddo who had a mom who loved him, but she suffered from schizophrenia.
Mm.
And so she couldn't care for him. And so when he came to us, he was afraid of everything. He thought that people, his mom had, instilled some real paranoia in him. And so he was really afraid he wouldn't eat anything that he didn't open or drink anything that he didn't open. So it took a long time. And a lot of our kids, they come from a traumatic background. And so a large part of our work is just getting them to trust us, right? So he started to trust us. And then he started moving forward. He ultimately became the St. Augustine Disney Doers and Dreamer Award recipient for St. Johns County. in middle school.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Nominated by the principal because of his amazing success through academics and socially and in so many ways. So to me, that's one of my favorites. Another one of my kiddos that had been with us for a long time. We raised him, and he had prior to coming to us a lot of short-term hospitalizations, like in the 30s, like
my goodness.
multiple, moved around a lot. And his parental rights were taken away. He came to live with us, and when he graduated, he went on to college and met his fiance, and she said, "Well, I really want to meet your family." And he said, "Okay," and he put her in the car and he took her down to us to meet us. And I have to tell you, when she told me that story, it brought tears to our eyes, because that's, so many times we're planting seeds. But one of the terrific things about being at St. Augustine Youth Services for so long is that we get to see those little mustard seeds grow.
Yeah.
Right. And so when kids are 35, 40, and they come back and they tell you, or they introduce you to their children, or they're, and they're having sustainable relationships and working in the community and things like that, those are the milestones that, big or small, that I think all of us that are in this work cherish and hold on to.
I think, Lauren, you always bring up the fact that your donor base is incredible, especially with the homes and things. Talk about how you engage that with the community.
Yeah, that was something that was really great to step into, was just the community base that was already surrounding SES when I started. It does, it carries that reputation and that trust in the community that people know that we're doing good work and they want to support it. So yeah, we have just some really great donors who love us and love.
I know the Shee family.
Oh my gosh,
heavily involved.
yes,
Incredible.
And the Bozars
and the Baileys. I mean, it's just amazing to know that these leaders in our community see the value that SAYS puts out there.
Yes.
35 years, incredible legacy. This is pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're so grateful for them, and it's just been so great to see that their generosity, impacting all of these lives as well.
Yes.
So what's next? What are our future goals for St. Augustine Youth Services?
Well, since we've been on Saragossa Street, it has been a dream of ours to build an independent living program for kids aging out of foster care. If you look up the statistics for kids around the country, around the world that age out of foster care, the statistics are terrible. Many don't graduate from high school. Only 3% go to college. A lot end up either pregnant or in jail or on homeless. And so it has always been our goal to build an independent living community. So we are there. Thankfully, Senator Hudson and Representative Stevenson and helped us, as well as now Chris Shee, build our independent living village. So we've already started zoning and things like that. So in front of our campus, we're going to have townhomes that will hold 2 kids each. So we'll have 12 kids that are aging out of foster care that will be able to stay with us and continue to receive their therapy and their needed supports, because many times kids are, because of the multiple movements that they have from program to program or home to home, they have that many different schools. So our kids that are 18 are generally juniors in high school. Can you imagine living on your own?
No.
In high school,
right?
And having to navigate working, living as an adult, and continuing with work and all of those responsibilities and being successul.
How do you get that though? How do you get them to the next level? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do they get out of that comfort zone of SAYS will always take care of me, which I'm sure that in a world of worlds that we would love for that to happen, but how do you get them to transition into society better?
Yeah, so it's difficult. Even for us, it's really difficult. We did, as I mentioned, start our pre-independent living program. So in our other programs, they receive 2 therapy sessions and independent or social skills and things like that. When they go into our pre-independent living program, they still have the therapy, but now they have independent living skills. So we provide 2 of those a week, and but to be honest with you, when you're 15 and 16 and you're learning how to pay light bills, and that's so like not,
Yeah.
It's really like you can teach somebody how to do that, but until you actually have to do it on your own, that's really when you learn, right?
Right.
So it's hard. So that's why this independent living program is going to be so crucial, and we're so excited about that. In addition to that, our community programs, we get to share space here with you guys, right?
Yeah.
And we love that, and we love our community here. But last year we received some additional funding from Tallahassee and our county and our supporters that you guys have mentioned, and we're building a outpatient clinic for children.
Wow.
Yeah, right north of the airport.
This is amazing. I didn't know this. This is incredible.
Hot off the press.
I love that.
So, so we're so excited. So all of our teams will be together, because many times the kids that come into our community programs, they might be with our mobile crisis team, and then we identify that they need more therapy or more services. So they might go to our CAT or coaches program, or then they're in one program and they transition to another program. So it's very fluid. So now we can provide real collaborative care.
Whole continuum
Yes.
under one roof. That's incredible. I
Yes.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So how can people support all the great stuff that you guys are doing? What are some of the ways? I know they can donate to you guys directly, but do you have any fundraisers coming up? Anything like that should be on people's radar?
Yes, absolutely. Of course, yes. The obvious answer is donating through our website or through check. But then, we have a few fundraisers throughout the year. The one that will be coming up shortly, that's specifically ours, is our fishing tournament. That's a lot of fun. It's an inshore Grand Slam fishing tournament. I got to learn a lot about fishing when I
had no idea too.
the first year I did it. Someone looked at me and said, "You don't fish, do you?" And I said, "Listen, I'm trying. I'm learning."
over here.
Yes, no, it's a lot of fun. It's a really great event. And then we'll be participating in the St. Augustine Giving Day. That's a local online fundraiser. So those are kind of the ones coming up here in the spring and summer. So
fantastic. And of course, Santa's on the Loose, always a fun
Oh
one.
my goodness,
Yes.
always a great
Yes.
time. So only because of our great MCs.
You know.
Well, thank you all so much for coming in,
Yeah.
and thank you for everything you're doing for so many youngsters in our community. It's changing lives, and it's really awesome to have y'all doing that here in St. Johns
Cheers
County.
to 35, you guys.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Long
Thanks for
time
having
accomplishment.
us. We're
Yeah.
so appreciative. If we can just mention one thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Wednesday is Behavioral Health Day in Tallahassee. And so we're asking everyone in our community, everyone in our state, just take a walk. Take a walk, post it, and provide advocacy about behavioral health. So Wednesday.
I've got multiple walks for you on the books for sure for
Thank
Wednesday.
you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you all so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you and what
Such
you're
an
doing.
honor. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys are
very
great,
cool.
wonderful, and we're appreciative of all that you two give to us. And the Santa Run would not be as much fun without you both. So thank you.
Aw.
Thank you.
Well, Davey brings all the energy. Davey, it's hard for me to be awake that morning, but boy, Davey does it. He's been up for 3 hours already at
But
that
what
point.
he whispers in my ear and tells me what to say.
Yeah, just a little bit of no,
All good
knocks
stuff.
it out of the
Yeah.
park, man. It's
Thank you
always
so
fun.
much.
Thank y'all so
Yeah.
much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well, man, 35 years.
That's amazing.
That's a long time of really helping change lives.
There's just
and
so
change
many
lots
services,
of lives,
right? Like
Yeah.
I didn't know the depths of SAYS until we started talking to them on our show and like really find out the different facets of health, mental health care for youngsters out there. I think it's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
It's huge, man. Huge. It could, and it's exactly what some of these kids need at just the right time, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Love our friends at Old Town Trolley as well, where you can sit back and relax as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine's history, culture, and old world charm while you experience unforgettable views on their open air trolleys. Guests can enjoy the city's European flavor, the brick-lined streets and the sights like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. It's a 90-minute tour, 22 stops, more than 100 points of interest, and with your ticket, you can hop on and off all day long and really, really experience St. Augustine to the fullest. This is great for friends and family who are coming into town for the Florida Man games. You know, you got some friends and family coming into town for the Florida Man games.
Yeah, true.
So take them on an Old Town Trolley ride. Show them what our city's all about.
Let them pay, then you're free.
That's right.
That's great.
Hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolleys. We love them.
And we love Steve Chapman's All-American Air. They've been serving St. Augustine and its surrounding counties, including Flagler, Duval, and Putnam. Their areas of expertise include warranty and non-warranty work on all makes and models of AC units. They also have preventative maintenance service agreements, new construction installations, and equipment replacement with high-efficiency systems. From the efficient Lennox home systems to the iComfort Ultra Smart thermostat, All American Air has all the latest and greatest for your HVAC products. Give them a call today. Get on one of those maintenance plans. 904-461-0070.
And attention all wine lovers, mark your calendar for an extraordinary evening at Bin 39 Wine Bar as they team up with Canard Vineyards for a one-night-only curated wine tasting experience. This is going to be huge. It's happening Thursday, February 27th, right around the corner, from 6 to 8 p.m. at Bin 39, of course, at 4 St. George Street. You can join Adam Fox of Canard Vineyards for an exclusive hand-selected tasting of wines from Napa Valley and Paso Robles, California. Paired with live music and heavy hors d'oeuvres. Just $99. $99 per person. That's easy.
Yes.
Limited spots available, 904-827-5740. It's going to be a great time, man. I'm excited for that.
People still go down to Bin 39 and ask what Irving's having. I love that.
Oh, that's
You can
great.
tell. Yeah, it's so great. What is Irving having this week? And it's totally
They
like
don't know
Irving.
what to do at this point.
Right.
They're like, what does that mean?
What's Irving? Yeah, so good.
Now what's not so good is horoscopes.
Ooh, sorry, guys.
Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. I'm in a good headspace to do these today, I think, Davey.
All right, let's
So maybe
go.
I can translate these fully.
Sorry, Rick.
Hey, Aries, guess what? It's probably going to rain on your parade. Everything you touch might turn to a mildly amusing mess today. Try not to yell at everyone who's trying to help you because, let's face it, by day's end, they may be the only ones who haven't run for the hills. Be ready for an endless day where your reliable tomfoolery backfires marvelously. Oh, Taurus, feeling stubborn today? Great, because you might spend your day arguing with a brick wall. Your patience will be tested, especially when your favorite mug inevitably breaks. Do you have a favorite mug, Rick?
Nope, mug root beer.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
On my break.
Money could fly right out of your wallet and directly into a vending machine that eats your cash like a cookie monster.
Ooh, careful, bruh.
Enjoy the irony. And finally, Gemini. Dear Gemini, life is a circus, and you're about to star in the freak show. You might find yourself laughing at a really bad joke and spend the rest of the day explaining it. It's not a good joke if you have to explain it.
Yep.
Your words are like a mischievous child today, skilled at getting you into trouble. Remember that time you thought you won an argument? Yeah, that never happened.
That's for Troy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh. Hey, I got a big announcement. The Morrow Family Band is going to be playing at Pesca Rooftop on Valentine's Day. It's
Okay.
going to be a beautiful night. Can't wait to see everybody there. Again, this is Friday, February 14th from 6 to 10 p.m. Pesca Rooftop, the Morrow Family. So yeah, save the date and make that happen. Oh, we heard last week that the St. Johns County Fight Night is this Thursday at 5 p.m.
Right. Holy crap, it's here already.
It is good. It's selling really well. I think they've got over 1,800 tickets. This is going to be huge. So much fun. So again, get those tickets Thursday, 5 p.m. You can go on the AMP website and order that up. First Responders Boxing for Charity. So much fun at the amphitheater. Show up and show out.
Yeah, man. Very cool. That's going to be awesome. I got my tickets.
Yes. So good. Ooh, Jazz in the Garden is shaking it up over at the Lighthouse. Excuse me. They're featuring the House Cats.
Okay.
This is happening this Thursday, February 13th, 6 to 8 p.m. In the Rosinski Garden. Jazz in the Gardens featuring the House Cat. Again, 6 to 8 p.m. over at the Leitner Museum. Right? It could
It's
be
just
kind of,
house.
I think of like the
Cats.
cartoon cats. Like, remember, like they were like in a
In the
band.
band,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were like so cool.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they're bringing them to life.
Probably. That's what I'd go with.
I mean, yep. Ray has a lot of talent over there at the Leitner Museum.
A lot of talent over there at Magnolia Family Dentistry as well, and that's how they are redefining what it means to visit the dentist in St. Augustine and St. Johns County, led by Dr. Paula Rodriguez. extremely knowledgeable and super studied doctor. And she's not just about clean teeth. She is about a clean and extraordinary experience from start to finish. From the moment you step through their doors, you're going to be welcomed into a state-of-the-art practice that prioritizes your health and your comfort and your well-being. All of those in one. Experience the difference with Magnolia Family Dentistry, where a healthy smile meets exceptional care. Schedule your appointment today by calling 904-824-0990. And refresh, rejuvenate, and glow at Elace Med Spa. If you're looking for the perfect blend of relaxation and cutting-edge aesthetics, it's Elace Med Spa all the way there, your go-to destination for luxury spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic services. Indulge in a hydrating hydrofacial for a radiant glow. Refresh your look with Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, and experience state-of-the-art care with the latest technology and expert providers. They literally train the rest of the country. Great folks over there. From self-care to beauty enhancements, the Elace team is here to craft a personalized treatment plan just for you. Enjoy top-tier service in a tranquil, inviting atmosphere that's going to leave you feeling renewed and confident. And say Davey's name at booking and save $100 on your treatment. That's great. Elace.com.
And Panache and Aveda Salon, they believe that self-care is an essential part of a balanced lifestyle. Their dedicated team is passionate about helping you achieve a sense of well-being and confidence that radiates from within. Whether you're treating yourself to a luxurious spa day or enhancing your natural beauty at their salon or exploring their comprehensive range of retail products, they're there to exceed your expectations. Get on their books today. Go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo. All righty. I got memes today from a site called Girl Probs.
Okay.
All right, first one. Finally, I'm on a date.
Shriveled.
Next up, me listening to someone vent and realizing they are the problem. I've been there.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends like that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Next up, standing at the fridge and eating shredded cheese at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep, been there.
Parmesan for me.
Yeah.
I'll just take a whole spoon to the Parmesan
That's
canister.
a gift.
It's something.
Next up, how I feel after talking politely to someone who was rude to me.
Yeah, I'm basically Jesus.
Yeah, basically. Very peaceful. Oh. Next up, a perfect example that being alone is better than being with the wrong person.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, rotten to the core.
Rot you up.
Next up, me thinking about how I have to work to make money to afford to live on a planet that I didn't even ask to be on.
Oh,
right.
well, be lucky that you're here.
That's true. Yeah.
Most don't get the chance.
They don't get it.
That's right.
Next up, life, give me a sign. Life, you don't matter. Give up.
Well,
that's the
placement
lineup
there. Yeah.
Next up, after not paying attention to the whole conversation, that's crazy.
Wow, bro. Yep.
Next up, when someone is annoying me and I can feel my rudeness slowly coming out.
Yeah. That's my patience leaving my body right there for sure.
And finally, when someone starts crying but you don't know what to do you want some toothpaste?
I never know what to do. When people cry around me,
I know.
I just like freeze.
Yeah. Small little pat on the back. Yeah. You can get through it.
What does it feel like to have emotions? All right. Thank you, guys. Good show. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.